This is the UAAP Season 73 Volleyball.
Well, we're seconds away from the awaited match between DLSU and UST. After the game between FEU and UP earlier, FEU getting win number 1 for the season. By the way, this is just to end the first round of festivities here in the 73rd season of the Women's Volleyball Tournament.
Madami pa tayong ilalaro.
Here we go. Let's listen to the Coliseum
UAAP Volleyball Tournament. This is a rematch of last year's finalists. Our first referee, Mr. Bob Malena, National Referee. Second referee, Mr. Fernando Velarde, National Referee. And our teams playing today, currently celebrating their quadricentennial 400th year anniversary. Here are the defending champions, UST Tigresses. Their opponents will celebrate their centennial 100th year anniversary in season 74. Still undefeated, this year's UAAP hosts, the DLSU Lady Spikers.
Here we go. We'll be introducing the first 6 in a bit. For those of you just tuned in, it is LaSalle and UST to end the first round of the Women's Volleyball Tournament for season 73. Both undefeated, both met in the finals. LaSalle was swept last year for the championship. And UST also on an 8-game winning streak going back to December 19, 2009. And I hate to sound like a broken record, but that was the game that turned things around for them for the season. For season 72, they lost in 5 sets against Ateneo. They came back in 2010 like a brand new team. And LaSalle, on the other hand, was so dominant in the early goings, almost towards the end.
Yeah, even towards the end,
right?
until the Final Four, remember?
Then they met
Adamson.
Yeah, even prior to the Final Four when they lost to UST, that one loss that they had, and then they lost both. Again, the thinking here is LaSalle has a deeper bench. Even last year, you know, the talent level is very high, but the mental aspect, playing off the crowd, playing with pressure, UST has proven that they love this kind of atmosphere, Mosey.
That's true. They really bank on the 7th man dito sa volleyball, no? The crowd, of course. But again, you know, in that interview with Coach Shaq de los Santos, remember, he's worried how his rookies will react because he knows that their reaction in this game will also be a test of character, and of course it will matter how they play. It will tell how they play in this game. As for LaSalle naman, I think they've learned a lot from that loss last year, and now the players are more mature, like Marano, Gumabaw. They've experienced that last year, and I know they will be a better team this year.
Had to go through something like that. Oh, by the way, this team has made 2 straight finals. You know, the girls like Cha Cruz, Jack Alarca, they were there during the finals when they beat FEU. They returned the year after, apparently with a stronger lineup because of the, you know, the entrance of Stephanie C. and of course sila Maranyo. But yun nga, came up short.
But Gumabaw wasn't used as much last year.
Came up short, but girls like Cha Cruz, Alarca, and Stephanie Mercado, Melissa Gohing, they remember the experience right here in this arena. So we'll see how they will respond and get their the monkey off their backs, so to speak. And a reception error right away by LaSalle. So first tips. Who knows? Isa going down the line for the first point.
Starting of things here. Let's see if Aiza Maizo will continue to be the scorer for UST. Remember, usually you see her, she lets her teammates play, gives them their points, and until needed, should step up. But now, let's see. Syempre needed right away. So,
2 reception errors for LaSalle right away. Matikla is checked. Maizo with an easy ball. You know, galing na. Swerte pa.
and De La Salle got surprised at that return by Maizo, as we'll see it once again. She was just trying to save the ball.
Yep. Maizo, the #1 scorer of the league and the 3rd best spiker behind Jack Alarca and Abigail Maraño. So a lot of the top 5 players are going to be from these 2 schools as Alarca gets the first point for LaSalle.
The blockers of the UST were late on that last play. Banadikla, the shorter Banadikla, was the one targeted by Alarca. That last hit.
And now Gumabao has checked in. Michelle Gumabao, the technically sound volleyball player for Coach Ramil De Jesus. And Atikla again. And they go to Gumabao right away. That should be good for her to shake off the nerves. You go to her, she gets a point.
It goes down the line.
How about Esperanza this season, Mosey, huh?
What a surprise, even to me. Really, such a find, such a gem of a find for Coach Ramil De Jesus.
We're talking about, of course, the setter, Maria Micaela Esperanza, 3rd best in the league so far. And Aiza trying to look for a corner, couldn't find it. So LaSalle ahead now, 3-2, as we check in with Nico Ramos. Nico.
Boom and Mosey, the LaSalle team was the first out the gates, out the tunnel, and into the court here at Volleyball Central earlier before the game. And they went out to a roaring crowd, their drums blazing, clappers going, and all that jazz. Now, while that would intimidate most teams in the UAAP, it didn't intimidate the UST Tigresses at all, because as the roars for LaSalle got louder, the smiles on the Tigresses' faces got wider and wider. This is a veteran team. They don't get phased. They don't get intimidated. That we know. I asked Coach Shaq earlier if it was an issue that they were going up against another undefeated team. He said, it's about execution. If we execute, we win. Doesn't matter who we're playing. Guys?
In the history of UST's teams, you talk about the men's or women's, they really are used to the crowds because
they actually love it.
Sila at saka FEU, di ba? Not to take away anything from LaSalle, of course, but traditionally, even in regular season elimination games, it seems that the USTs and FEUs, even when FEU was winning a lot, pulled in bigger crowds during elimination games. So they really like that. LaSalle, the crowd would come in during the Final Four and the finals if they made it to the final. So for UST, they welcome this.
There's a big crowd behind them.
But now, you cannot depend on the crowd all throughout because you're the one on court. You've got to be able to give the crowd a reason to cheer for you also. And right now, they're down 2-6, talking about the defending champs. Yeah. With it suing. Marano to Sharp.
Error from Cha Cruz.
Masyado malayo sa net. She usually likes it closer. It is supposed to be 6-3. That score is incorrect. There you go. 3 serving 6. This girl showed a lot of nerves against NU. She was really nervous against
and today,
NU.
she will really play a big role in this game.
That's
the
it.
Nerves.
That's it.
That's what Coach Shaq was worried about in the pre-game.
That's nerves right there. And Coach Shaq talking to her right away. She's got to be able to soak it in. This is a learning experience for everybody.
Server Jackie Alarca.
Jack Alarca, the #1 spiker of the league and the veteran, playing in her last year. One of the better servers too. And over-received, and Maraño was there.
First technical timeout.
And LaSalle, when they're ahead early, they're always a good team when they're ahead early. 8-3 is our score. We'll be back. Jack Alarca getting her team up to 8-3. Maraño was there to win the joust at the net UST, always a good team coming back. Deficits have never been a problem to them, regardless of whether it's the score or the set. As you noticed in that NU game, they were down 1 set, 2 sets to 1. They were down a match point. They faced it, they took it on. They went to Iso for the last point, and they won that game. No matter what you say that UST wasn't sharp in that game, they still found a way to win.
That's right.